everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is a Dollar Tree DIY pumpkin bathroom set. You can also use this in your kitchen, but when I went to Dollar Tree, I absolutely fell in love with their glass pumpkins and I wanted to turn them into something more. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoy this video and stick around by subscribing to this channel. Once you hit that subscribe button, we instantly become best friends.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup!
And please hit that notification bell so you know every time I post a video. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. For this tutorial, I'm going to need these beautiful pumpkin jars from Dollar Tree, and as you can see, you can definitely screw a lid on this. A regular mason jar lid doesn't fit, so I'm going to have to use this jar from Dollar Tree, and this fits perfectly. You can also just remove the lid off of this bathroom set from Dollar Tree. The only problem is that it only fits on top, so you'd have to E6000 it and it would leave all this space open. So I'm going to go ahead and use that same pump up here, but you can save money and just use a regular pump from Dial soap or any soap you have at home. Now I put my lid on a scrap piece of wood and grab my largest drill bit to make a hole large enough to fit my pump. The jar that this lid belongs to, I do end up using it to put my glue sticks and paintbrushes. I definitely don't let it go to waste. To attach the pump to the lid, I'm going to be using my E6000, and I'll leave the link to the E6000 and key below. I'm just going to put this on top of the cup to make my life a little bit easier and add the E6000 directly to the bottom of the pump. And you want to be real generous and make sure that it dries really well before painting. I am going to paint this, so I'm going to grab a toothpick and cover up that opening so that no paint gets into this when I am spray painting. Now I'm just going to take this to a well-ventilated area and spray paint the whole thing with my Rust-Oleum's Metallic Bright Gold. And before you move on to anything else, you want to make sure that you let everything dry completely. Once it's completely dry, I do remove the toothpick, and now it's time to add the straw part back in there so that you can actually use this. Since our pumpkin's a little shorter than the original cup that it came in, I do cut it at an angle so that we can actually use it, and now I just screw it in and bam, you have a beautiful pumpkin soap pump. I did buy an additional pumpkin to put my toothbrushes in. Now you can use it as is, or you can get this clear toothbrush holder from Dollar Tree and remove the top lid and put it up top. Now the only issue with this is that since you can't screw it in, you're going to have to E6000 it on there, meaning you won't be able to wash it. So that's up to you if you want to use it for toothbrushes or makeup brushes. It's up to you. For the cute floral arrangement, I use this foam pumpkin from Dollar Tree, and I basically just cut around that circle that you see there. I used a box cutter, but you can use a regular knife. It's hollow on the inside, so it really doesn't take much to cut that little portion out. So now I just kind of pushed it in to take it out. And now I'm going to spray paint it. I know you're not supposed to spray paint pumpkins, but spray painting them metallic paint for some reason does not melt them. So I'm just doing a very quick spray paint. I don't want to cover the whole thing. I want some of the orange showing through so that it can look like the glass pumpkins that I used as my pump and toothbrush holder. So as you can see here, it kind of resembles the same look. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add these flowers, which I picked up at Dollar Tree. These are dahlias and the other ones said hopbush. I'm going to cut them down with my side cutters and start placing them inside. You can add a foam block to the inside if you want to make something a little bit more structured. I didn't really find it necessary. You can also add a little bowl with scent beads or anything to make your bathroom smell really nice. I just added these because I felt like the colors went perfectly with the soap pump. The orange and the burnt yellow just looked so good, so I tried to stay within the color scheme. So now we have a lovely little arrangement for our bathroom or our kitchen or wherever you want to put these. Moving on to our decorative towel, I'm going to be using this towel, which I've already folded how I'm going to be using it, so I know where to place my cutout. And Dollar Tree usually has white towels, but in my trip they didn't, so I had to purchase a towel at Walmart, which was only $3. Now you can skip all these steps by just using these felt leaves from Dollar Tree, but to be completely honest with you, I really didn't like how it looked, so I decided to use the giant felt pumpkin from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use the middle right there to make my own little pumpkin. So I googled pumpkin outline, and with a pencil I just drew the outline. This is the easiest shape. Please do not be intimidated to freehand this because there's no way to mess this up. So I did the very best that I could, and when I was done, I cut out my shape. Now you don't have to be completely neat when it comes to this because we are going to be covering up the edges, but try and get it as neat as possible. So now that we have our cute little cutout, I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree sequence. It comes with different colors. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my pumpkin right here using fabric fuse. I'll link this below, but this stuff is amazing and dries really quickly. So I grabbed a popsicle stick just to spread it on the backside to make my life a little bit easier. You can go ahead and use the nozzle, but since I'm covering the whole thing and I want to make sure this doesn't come off in the wash, I wanted to make sure that it was perfectly spread on there. So make sure every bit of this is completely covered. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and press this where I want it, which is why I folded the towel already. And I'm gonna be using my jewel picker. I'll link this below as well. I use this a lot for nails. But basically, I'm going to take my fabric fuse with the nozzle and I'm going to outline the entire pumpkin. I'm going to start in small sections, and with my jewel picker, I'm going to start adding sequins to the bottom so that it outlines the entire thing. Now you don't have to use the sequins, you can also use embroidery, thread, you can do whatever you want, but I just wanted to add a little bit of detail so that it doesn't look like I just cut a piece of felt and pasted it onto a towel. The good thing about using fabric fuse is that you can move around the sequins, so if you see that you're positioning them a little too close together or a little too far apart, you can push them and move them however you want. And I really do love the nozzle because you can add very, very small details. So this is perfect. By the way, if you do not have a jewel picker at home, you can do the exact same thing using a crayon. You don't have to purchase this. Just get yourself a clear crayon and you'll be able to do the exact same thing. To add more details, what I'm going to do is add 2 little lines of fabric fuse on the inside just to make the outline of the pumpkin and make things look a little bit more apparent. I'm going to continue to add my sequins using my jewel picker, and then in the end I do end up covering the little stem just so everything goes together, but you can also switch up your colors. You don't have to do all one color of sequins. You can do different colors for the stem and for the details. It's totally up to you. Breathing for you, that's all that I do. This is what it looks like with just the details on the inside and outside, but I also went ahead and outlined the stem. And bam, you have a beautiful and affordable Dollar Tree fall-themed bathroom set. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite and which one you'll be trying at home. Again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.